episode 50, halfway to 100, and a really exciting week because we have just released our first retreat. Who would have thought?
Yeah, now.
When we started last March.
Exciting.
Really excited. And Kim Maller's come back. She was on last year. We were trying to figure out what month it was, but I think it must have been.
It was hot.
Remember it was hot.
The one hot day.
And do you know what? Life's evolved so much for us.
Wow.
And I'd like to know where you're at, because I came to your retreat, Awaken. Well, Sarah Flynn's and you, and I tell you what, that was such a vibe, and you've got such an energy about you. And when we were in that room, and you were talking about, I suppose, going back to your purple bedroom and going back to basics, I suppose. Is that what you would say? Going back to like actually not running away, actually coming back home to yourself a little bit?
Yeah, gosh, it's been a wild ride. And I just, first of all, just want to say, like, wow. I am like so proud of you girls. Like, look at where you are.
No, it's bomb. And you know what, I've just been saying, like, it's really surreal but really magical, and we get so much positive feedback from women to say that, you know, we're helping them, and it's magical.
Yeah, and I think like the thing that I really love about you girls is you're real, down to earth, you're grounded, but you're also doing the work. And it's funny you talk about the purple bedroom, because, you know, when it was COVID, I just booked a one-way ticket to Bali. I was like, screw the rest of the world, I'm just going to live in this bubble and escape everything, any rule, any kind of tax, any kind of just rule that was like governing my life. And the thing is, when you escape somewhere, there's this energy of, I don't appreciate you. And so whatever you build on that foundation of just ends up crumbling. So I feel like my spiritual journey of living life in the 5D, you know, it's felt a lot safer than being in the real world. So coming back to Stoke, my hometown, coming back to my purple bedroom, which is obviously my dad's house, and, you know, taking care of him, I've had a lot of resistance, you know, especially doing a UK winter, because I'm like, I could just be in Bali. But, you know, Creator was like, no, be in the world and have this new appreciation for the world that we chose to be born into. You know, we can't change the systems by escaping them. We have to meet them, appreciate them, lean into them, and move with them. So I feel like I'm in this new phase of like, I'm just going to be a real human living in the real world with real people. You know, and not necessarily like running off and doing retreats around the world. Let me meet people in the park with my dog. Let me have a conversation and ignite something within them, so when they go home, they can ignite something within someone else. So it's been a whole 360.
It's really powerful though, isn't it? And I think sometimes when you come back to you go to Bali and you come back, and it's sitting with yourself as well, isn't it? That's sitting with yourself, and that can be quite hard at times, can't it? You know, sitting with yourself, sitting with the uncomfortableness, wanting to run off, wanting to escape. And it's so easy to escape, isn't it? Like some days I think, good grief, it's hard because you just want to run off and escape, but actually it's so powerful, so powerful to just sit with yourself. Because you actually, when you try and escape it, or you numb it, or you drink alcohol, or you smoke loads of cigarettes, and you just kind of like, let me just have that moment of escapism, it's still there. Like if you sweep the dust under this rug, it's always going to be there. So people think that they're speeding the process up by ignoring it, and actually you've got to confront the pain and like lean into it and like be with it and actually see it as good. Like pain is here to help us grow. Contrasts, 100%. Challenges, like the only reason we're experiencing them is because Creator wants us to grow and realize our free will and our ability to be creators. So I suppose it's a bit like, I think I've said it so many times, that everything comes to us with a lesson, and what can we learn from it? You know, relationships ending are really tough and life is really tough, but actually it could be magical what comes next. But it doesn't feel like that sometimes, does it? It can be really, really, really tough. And, you know, I spoke to somebody the other day who said that they'd lost the sparkle. I want to talk about that because, you know, and it's okay to lose that sparkle a little bit, isn't it? To lose yourself a little bit, because we live in such a world of like, you've got to have all your shit together at all times. But like, I don't feel sparkly all the time. Do you feel sparkly all the time?
No, absolutely not.
I definitely don't feel sparkly all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Well, for anyone who feels like that, I just want to say, you are right on time. Like,
I said that, yeah.
We are supposed to lose our sparkle. Because if you think about it, like, if life was so easy and we came into this world and we were given every single thing that we wanted, we'd be bored.
Yeah, 100%. And you're not building, I think,
yourself.
Character.
Yeah, and character. So I think that losing your sparkle is a good thing, and you've got to sort of see it as a, right, how do I get this back?
Would you say getting it back, or would you say is it more, because sometimes you lose your sparkle. So for me, if I lose my sparkle and I sit with losing that sparkle, I'll lose it even more. So I have to then think, right, what do I need to do to get that sparkle back? So I can't sit with that losing the sparkle too much, because I end up going even further down.
Yeah, because you sort of mirror it almost.
Yeah, whereas...
You're gripping, aren't you?
Yeah.
Acceptance, appreciation. Wow, thank you so much for allowing me to remember like how magical life feels, and thank you for allowing me to cultivate this new version of myself that gets to be created in this moment. Like acceptance and appreciation of the moment, because it's all here to help you grow.
Yeah, so like I was so overstimulated yesterday, good grief. Like, and instead of like, I suppose in that moment of being so overstimulated, I actually like took a deep breath and said, but you can cope with it, it's okay. Yeah. Normally I would have just like lost it. I did have a little cry, but I'm okay with that. But it's almost like in that moment of, this is the way I feel, but it's okay. It's okay to feel like you've lost your sparkle. It's okay to feel, because life is hard. You know, you've got children, you know, you're working, you know, you're juggling 101,000 Google tabs open in your head every day. That's how I feel. I've had to shut some.
Yeah.
It can feel a lot, can't it?
It can feel a lot. And I think as well, this energy of struggle, coming back to England, especially Stoke, you know, it's like working class, like everything's a struggle. And I allow myself to take it on. And struggle is just a story. When something happens in our life, it's always the meaning that we attach to it that is the meaning that we give anything from that point. So is it struggle, or is it just an opportunity to grow? And I think when you understand the game, you can have so much ease and fun and play where there used to be struggle.
So explain what it is then. What is the game?
The game.
I want to know what the game is, because I think I'm playing it wrong. I think I might be playing it wrong.
Your hair game's strong, so I need to know your hair game.
Don't you love? It's so strong, isn't it?
So strong.
We are here for the Zara vibe this week. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we might go a bit deep here, but we're here for it.
We're here for it because I think we all need the game, the right game, not the wrong game.
Okay, and you can't get it wrong, but there is a game. So I might use the G word, okay? God, creator, spirit. I'm not religious.
Whatever you believe in, it's the higher.
This spark of light that created us all, undeniably. Like there was floating on a ball in the middle of space, right? So imagine there's a plug of electricity running over there. You know that if you needed to charge your iPhone, you could plug your phone in and there'd be electricity. There is light available to us in every single moment. The reason why we chose to be born into this world as humans is actually to forget that we are light, so that we could remember. So the whole game is about remembering who we are by facing challenges and training our reaction to things. So, for example, your boyfriend dumps you. You know, the reaction of, what's wrong with me? Oh my God, has he got another girl? Like, you can go into this like self-critical phase.
Absolutely.
But if you knew that this is actually happening for you, and there is someone better, more aligned on the other side, and this is like the best thing that could have happened, your reaction will be different. Your reaction would be, thank you so much, Creator, for removing this person that is no longer aligned. I am ready and available for something better.
I love that.
So when you understand that everything at the center of what you do is always about Creator. It's never the person, the job. It's when we make things our God that we get in trouble.
Yeah.
So, for example, when I used to get into relationships, I used to put all my partners like, oh my God, I'm gonna like sit on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And what if that person leaves? What's left in the middle? You have to fill it with something.
Yeah.
Whereas when God, Creator, is at the center of everything that you do, and you're here and your partner's here, well, if your partner leaves, God is still always there. Creator is always still there. So it's only between you and Creator, this life. It's not between you and your partner, you and your kids. Everyone and everything is just a mirror guiding you home.
Yeah.
So in layman's terms, we're supposed to forget. The only free will we have is to react differently and make a different decision. Because our soul knew the exact people, the exact job, the exact situations it was going to face. And so the reason why you have desires is because there's a part of you that's already living it. You're just remembering the future. And so how do you continue to unlock a new level? You have to face a challenge. So when you see the challenge, it's almost like, once I like break this pattern, and I bet there's a pattern that some of you are looping in right now. Like, why does it keep on happening? Why is the same soul in a different partner, like the same narcissist or the same,
Absolutely.
that's a pattern that you get to break. And when you break it, you make a different choice, you unlock a new level.
That's so I get that.
Does that make sense?
100%.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because I've learned that, and I've had to lean into some uncomfortable things, which is fine, bloody tough. But I know in order for me to then go to next level.
Okay, so when you say it's bloody tough, like, what if you knew this was a game? How differently would you reframe it?
I'd say that I needed it, and actually that I welcome it, and I did welcome what happened. It was so powerful for me, and it's something that I never thought I'd get to the point where I would welcome situations into my life that last year I would have run away from. I'm welcoming the triggers. I'm welcoming them because I know that I need them. I need them to be able to come home to me, to be fully Sarah Luby. I need to heal them parts of me and unravel them, take the coats off. So I know that everything that's coming to me, and over the last few months, 2 men have come to me and triggered me. But I'm like, that's okay.
Yeah, so the key is, why is this in my movie? Knowing that these people are here to help me grow, why is this in my movie? What did my soul came here to correct with that trigger? Because your soul knew exactly this situation that was going to happen to help it grow. So why was it in your movie?
Allow me to bring the right person into my life, I suppose. Because if I don't heal them wounds, I don't heal them, I'm just going to attract the same people, the same men.
Yeah, and also I think like this concept of like healing the wound, it's like, you're not broken.
Oh, I like that as well.
Change it to make a different choice. You are whole and complete. The wounds, again, it's the story we have around the wounds. What did you make it mean? Trauma is a story of a situation that we've made it mean something. And actually, the more traumatic your life, the more gifts you're supposed to reveal, because your soul wanted to experience the free will to cultivate and overcome those triggers and those traumas. So it's all about reframing it.
Yeah, I think that, I completely get that, but trauma can be absolutely horrific, and it is horrific. and grief is horrific. So it's okay to say them things, but actually in the moment of going through the trauma and the grief, it doesn't feel like that.
100%.
And having to live with these things for 20 something years, you know, you can't just say that, you know, it was this, and it's that easy. It's about, like, it's bloody tough, and it is tough. I can't reframe that, because in them moments of the trauma and the grief, it is tough. So it's so hard, because I get that reframing, but if you're in it and you experience it, it's hard. Now I can sort of reframe it a little bit, but it's still so painful, and to me it is a wound. That is a wound. That is a wound that needs healing, and I struggle to, I suppose, find another way of explaining it, because that still hurts so much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. And I'm curious if that is that serving you now?
No, most probably not serving me, but do you know what I think? And it's really powerful, is if them things hadn't have happened to me in childhood, then I wouldn't be sitting on this sofa empowering people to do different for themselves. So now I can see, actually, you know what, maybe them things happened and they were really difficult. I wouldn't be doing the job that I do, supporting children in care. I wouldn't be sitting on a sofa doing this. I wouldn't be this version of myself. But I will still always call them wounds, because that's what that feels to me. It feels sometimes so raw still. But actually I use them as an anchor to show different people different. Yeah, that sounds like a BAFTA speech. I mean, that was quite deep, wasn't it? That's quite, but that's how it feels, and it almost feels like we say, maybe everything was meant, but that also hurts, because how can them things be meant?
I get it.
Do you know what I mean? How can things that happen to you so horrifically, not just to me, just to the people I work with, you know, people who, you know, experience really bad things, it's hard to get your head around, I suppose, of it was, that had to happen.
Yeah, I hear you.
That blows your mind a little bit, doesn't it?
I hear you, and it's a very advanced pose, and it's confrontational for a lot of people. But I have experienced, and I know that we are stronger than what we believe. We're stronger than the stories, and our soul, it knew what it was going to go through. And so if we continue to blame and say that happened to me, we stay victims.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, like, I find it so empowering that I chose my parents, and I chose to be born into a town that made me feel so small. I wanted to escape, and, you know, I made myself be a victim of it for so long. And then I was like, no, my soul, why did my soul choose this? Oh, okay. And that's just like I guess it's another level of healing, you know, just taking full responsibility for what the path that we chose, so that you could be sat here right now.
Yeah, and, you know, it is powerful. It is, and I completely get it. Like, I wouldn't be doing anything that I do now. I want to have the fire in my belly for the things that I do. But it's also come with a lot of pain to unravel, and, you know, and there's a lot of people who perhaps listen who've been through horrific times, and, you know, but you know what, like, it's powerful. We're here. I'm here on the sofa showing
and we survived. We're all here.
And actually, you know what, and you survive, and you come out of it as a different person, don't you? You know, you come out of it stronger, and I just find it difficult, I suppose, to understand that concept of, like, that had to happen. That's what I struggle to get my head around. But let's move on from that, because we'll sit in a counselling session of my trauma and but it's important, and that's why we do the podcast, is, you know, actually I get your point of view, but also from my perspective that it's really difficult to understand. But I actually use them things now to I'm not a bit like, don't let them define me, so I'll let the trauma define me for so many years. Like, I was so chaotic, and I think it's what we do in them times as well, isn't it? It's what we do with, actually, this has happened to me, but what can I do differently? What do I choose for myself?
Proud of you.
Good grief.
So proud of you.
Well, and I share this because I know there's a lot of people, who experience really tough times and are going through tough times. And I think there's always light in there.
The plug's always there to plug into.
I'm going to be plugging in tonight. Plugging in. I need
plug yourself in.
So
plug it in.
So your sessions. So you do sessions you do one-on-one sessions with people. So talk about what you do. Because I think I need you in my life daily. We've had a prep talk over there for 20 minutes. That could have been a podcast, Phoebe, couldn't it? That actually could have been
Really?
a podcast. Honestly, it was deep. Honestly,
I'm going to start talking as soon as I see you.
Because I know she's got the answers. Like she just got this thing about her that she just give me the answers, please. Why is my life like this?
I'm just a mirror helping you find your own.
I love that as well. Everybody needs
Always.
a Kim Mallis. So tell us what you do. So I suppose, what do you do? And
Such an interesting question. What do you do, isn't it?
she's going to change that narrative now, isn't it? It's not
what
about
do you do? You infinite soul who came here. It's such a powerful question.
It is, because I think you bring so much in your energy, and actually I would really like to talk about energy, because I've learned on my journey about energy. And I don't think a lot of people understand about we are energy and where we're vibing at.
Well, this is perfectly ties in with the what do you do.
There we go.
I'm
It's
energy.
meant.
There we go. Right, so obviously we're born, we go to school, we get these jobs, and then I became a model, and I had this identity of being a model that I had to live up to, and I had to look a certain way, and then I was a sports athlete, and then I had to perform a certain way, and people would ask me what I did, and I was like, oh my God, I tried to put myself into a box.
Yeah.
That if you tried to do this,
Yeah.
especially if you know human design, like I'm a manifesting generator, which is you want to do lots of different things. And then going into the coaching world of needing to niche down, I help this specific person with this specific problem. Oh my God, it just felt so suffocating. And then I really dove deep into my astrology, especially the North and the South node. Right, so the South node is the life you came from. The North node is the life that you're moving towards. So I can tell you by looking at your birth chart exactly the challenges you're facing, why you're facing them, and actually how to overcome them. Because your North node is taking you to the life that you came here to live, and the challenges is your comfort zone of where you've been, where you've come from, keeping you stuck.
Yeah.
So, for example, my South node, Sagittarius in the second house, travel, being a nomad, independent, own money, being a guru, second house, money, possessions, all that stuff. That was the first half of my life. Bye!
Yeah.
Let me accumulate all the money I can possibly have. You listen to me, I have all the answers. And then when I found out my North node, I was like, whoa, the complete opposite.
Really?
Shared resources, communication about transformation. Transformation is the death and rebirth process. Thank you. Right, so you have to go through the death and rebirth process to be able to freaking teach on it then. Great. So when people ask me what I do, I've removed the coach, the healer, the model, all of that, and I facilitate transformation for people. I help people to navigate the shit show that can be life sometimes, because I've been there and I know the game. And I know how to be with the pain but not let it define you, to turn the struggle into the most beneficial moment of your life. So quite recently, to be honest, I've just got a high ticket sales job.
Really?
Yeah. I've got a high ticket sales job. I help people to create passive income, and it's brilliant because I'm helping people to transform, but I'm helping them to transform by buying other people's programs. I'm getting on the phone with them. They're telling me where they're at in their life, and I'm helping them go, well, this is the course that's going to help you to get to X, Y, and Z. So I've gone through a phase of running my own retreats, having my own podcast, and building all of this brand. And again, I was so attached to what I did. and it had to be better, and I had to keep building it more, and it just felt like so much pressure. And at the center of what I was doing was my South Node.
Yeah.
Identity, money, a bit of greed.
Does it sound a bit like your ego?
The ego. It's the identity is the ego.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then I had all of these things. I made 6 figures in 6 months. I had 20K months. I was traveling around the world. I was doing ayahuasca with all these celebrities, and I was like, oh, why do I feel so unfulfilled?
Yeah.
And that's when I did lots of like ego work and was stripping the ego, and I was like, oh my God.
I said to you earlier, didn't I? I feel like I'm in a bad relationship, divorce with, I'm going through a breakup with my ego. It feels like
edging God out.
Like my ego wants my ego's like wants to stay married, and I don't want to stay married to it, but it keeps coming back. And it's like trying to.
Because the ego's keeping you small. You think that we think that having an identity is a safety net, but it's actually a limitation. Like like our soul, the energy, it's infinite. So when we get out of the mind and we edge God out with the ego, we're creating a limitation. So I was like, what is all of this for? And actually, is this where I'm supposed to be going? And so I just let it all go, and I found God. And coming from Stoke-on-Trent, like I know the God word, like just hold on to your knickers. It's not religious. I respect any religion, but I think religion is spirituality that can be wrapped in shame. I don't believe there are sins. I don't believe there's bad. I don't believe in rules. There is a spiritual law that runs through every single religion, and it's called Kabbalah. If anyone wants to take a free masterclass, go to Kabbalah1.com. It's changed my freaking life.
Oh, really?
It's the common thread through every single religion without the religious constraints.
Yeah.
So I found God, I found Creator, and I started putting Creator at the center of everything I did. And I said, show me. Make the path clear, make the voice so loud, just make it so obvious that all I can see is what you want me to see. The next minute, I'm back in Stoke. The only way I can be back in Stoke, in all honesty, is because I put God at the centre. I'm like, well, I'm here to be of service. I've made the money. I've had the penthouse apartments. I've had the fucking BMWs and travelled the world. And I'm like, I'm done with it making it all be about me. How can I be a bigger service to the world? And it's guided me to this high-ticket sales job. And like, the funny thing is, I've had more coaching clients in the past week than I have in 2 years, because I'm not trying to hold on to that identity. I'm living my life. Yeah. Because who you are is with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
Like I've just got a new dog, and I went to Park Falls to walk the dog.
What a cute dog.
She is like my spirit animal. And I started working out with her and just having loads of fun. And the next day I bumped into like 3 other people. They were like, oh my God, can we join you?
Yeah.
And by the end of it, like they felt inspired, and they wanted to like get healthier and get fitter, and that was because I was just being me.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think it's just letting go and just existing every day as you would. Is that I get that? It's just letting go of them beliefs of like I'm just gonna live and everything will come to me as and when.
Yeah.
Is that the vibe?
Yeah, because consciousness can't be contained in a box. You are infinite. Whenever you start putting labels on yourself.
Yeah. It is a limitation, isn't it? Because you say, oh, I'm this, I work in a bank. And then that's it then. You just think, I'll just work in a bank and that's it. That's all that I do. I don't do anything else.
Limitation. So what would you say to anybody who's got them limitations? How would you unlimitate themselves?
I'd be fuming if someone asked me what I do now. I said, I'm not telling you.
I am just Zara Oliver. I am just me.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I have got so many limitations in my mind, and it's just like, how do you then, like, just get rid of them for me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Subconscious. You've had subconscious healers on here, haven't you? Subconscious reprogrammers.
RTT.
Yeah. RTT belief coding is also really amazing. Yeah, it's basically going back in time, so those memories of the trauma.
Yeah.
Creating a new image.
Yeah.
So then that image is with you now. So instead of you having that.
I could have done with that about 20 years ago.
Because it's the feeling, isn't it, as well of that. I went through it with my ex-partner with the like abandonment wound, and he's just sort of reacted the same as how he did when it happened without sort of thinking, actually, you know, dealing with it differently. And I'm like, you need to go back to it,
To the root cause.
the root cause, change how you felt, and then put that back in your head.
Yeah.
And that's what that therapy does, isn't it? That's what that, when she came on, talk about RTT, I've just had a woman on from Australia, on Zoom, and she does the RTT therapy, which is about retraining your subconscious mind. Really powerful. I just needed that 20 years ago. I feel like I perhaps need it, but not as much as I perhaps needed it all them years ago. But it sounds really, really powerful, because are we led 95% by the subconscious?
Wow.
By a memory that's not even happening right now.
And I get it, because honestly, I have to reset every day as the version of today. I wake up as somebody else, like an older version, the subconscious belief, I suppose. And every day I have to go, right, I have to reset into, every morning I have to do that, because otherwise I'd wake up as a lower energy, like a really low vibe. And that is not me pretending to be somebody else every day, because I know she exists, I am her, but also I've got 45,000 different versions of myself who want to also make an appearance every morning. No, thank you. So it's like how, I suppose, if you haven't got the money for, I suppose, the therapy, because it can be quite costly, how do you do that work yourself, I suppose, at home? Is there anything you can do to start getting rid of them limited beliefs and things like that? Is it journaling? Is it talking to yourself in the mirror? Is it, I don't know.
I mean, there's so many free resources online now.
Is there?
Like, you know, YouTube, you know, subconscious reprogramming. Again, Kabbalah One, amazing program. You can get it for free if you want to. You pay what you can pay. But so many people willing to help now, you know. And this is the thing that I've realized with my spiritual work is I want it to be really accessible to people. You know,
I can see a collab coming on here. I can see. She just tries.
She's just
She just wants.
No, I have a vision.
Everyone in her life who comes up, I need you in my life.
No, but it's not about me wanting them, I suppose. Yeah, but actually, what can I show people? And like, so for me, like the listeners and, you know, who feed back to us gain so much from these things, because again, they've never known anything
People
about
don't
it.
know, and I think some people are quite ignorant to it.
Yeah.
With anything, like I say, with my ex, I spoke about, you know, this is what, you know, it's a subconscious, it's this, it's that, because I've done all of that and sort of acknowledge it and think, actually, yeah, that is what happens. As much as you think, you know, some people are like, no, that's
And
that's
still
bollocks.
people will perhaps listen to this and think, what on earth?
Yeah.
But that's okay. But also, once you start doing the healing work and understanding, there is, like, I know now from healing that there's something different.
100%.
And if I just let go of my limiting beliefs and 39 years of what life's told me, I am able to have a life that I've already got somewhere, actually, a life that I've once dreamt about. But every day, them little limiting beliefs and them little things keep coming in, and it's constantly. So I think I need my brain rewiring. I think I might.
Or you can look at your North Node. When you know.
Kim, can you start looking at my North
I can
Node,
look at
please?
your North Node. I can look at both your North Nodes.
Yeah. I mean, what a name, North Node.
Definitely.
Was that something up your nose?
Yeah, because honestly, once you have the tools to understand the spiritual game, you're like, oh, this is why this is happening. You can laugh at it. You can laugh at life. So when you know, maybe like you've got your Gemini, your second house, and that's where you go, and it's like, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to anchor into.
Yeah.
And I did a really powerful session with one of my friends the other day, and she was just in this, like, she was just stuck and struggling, and she couldn't find the clarity. And then I looked at a North Node and a South Node, and I was like, this is exactly why you're going through this. And that affirmation and that certainty completely
That
shifted
validation.
everything.
I think it's validation knowing it's okay to be where you're at. So we need the North Node looking at.
Yeah.
Did you get time you were born?
Not off the top of my head.
Let's find that out for me.
I have to ask my mother.
Is it time you were born?
I've had mine done by Nisa, but
yeah.
she said, I mean, can we just remind everybody I was meant to meet a man in summer, and it's June, nearly June into he's coming. I can feel him all around me. Yeah, she
Hopefully
said I was
the
going to
North
be.
Node won't say anything.
Who knows?
Like,
Do you know what could have
lies.
changed?
Absolute lies.
Yeah, so the next time you, for anyone, like the next time you see someone, instead of asking them what is it that you do, say, who do you help?
Who do you help?
I
Yeah.
like
How do you
that.
show up in the world?
Yeah.
I need, because I do struggle, like I do say, I've watched back to some of the podcasts and I say, what do you do? And it doesn't quite sit right with me, so I'm going to change that
No.
to, what do I say?
What are you passionate about, or
Yes.
how do you show up in the world?
Yeah.
Or who you here to serve?
Yeah.
I like
So even
that.
if you're working in the bank, you're helping people
Yeah.
with a service.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you're smiling at people, you're making them feel good as they're
Yeah.
getting the money out, and
Yeah,
we can all feel
you
like
see
we're
it
on
in
purpose.
a different way, don't you? Just like rather than work in a bank, you kind of become a bit
Yeah.
more.
Actually,
Yeah, because that's how if you want to get out of being in the bank,
Yeah,
the fast track to getting out is just being more of your soul in what you do, because then whatever's not meant for you will fall away, and then you'll meet someone at the checkout who's a multi-million-pound business owner who's like,
yeah,
I'm looking for a new secretary. Do you want to come work for me? It's on a yacht in the
it
middle
sounds
of
ideal.
France.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's when it happens.
Might happen tomorrow, it sounded.
I think.
Buying your courgettes.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the man.
Money
Coconut oil and courgette, don't mind me.
Absolutely. Honestly, what were you going to say then?
I was going to say about the single thing, because I said about when people say, "Oh, you're single," it really annoys me now, because I put
You're
that
not being
thing on,
defined
didn't
by-
want me being. I said single makes you sound like you're alone and you're lonely, but you're not. You've got loads of people around you. You're filled
You've got a creator.
You've got So you're not single. It just sort of kind of.
How would
puts
you like
in.
to be spoken to instead?
I wouldn't. I don't know, because somebody asked me that. What was I supposed to say?
No, because
I don't know. I think it's more like, oh, why are you single?
Yeah,
Or
that's
like
more
as
like
if
it's
it's
like it's
not a
about them.
choice. Like it's like because I choose to be
yeah,
that way, rather than
So
you know,
don't-
oh, why are you single? It's just annoying. It's
yeah,
not.
it's like
I
actually.
don't know how people would actually ask that question though. Are you available?
Not today, thank you.
Not today.
On that note, let's wrap it up, because I tell you what, that feels really powerful and like such a vibe. I will share your Instagram on our Instagram, and yeah, let's go.
I'm really interested in the south and north.
Can we do?
and I
Do
think
you know
that
what?
will-
Could you do it and then come back on?
Of course. On live. Look at your soul
Yeah.
live.
Do you know what? Because I think I'm up for it, because I think it's so relatable. Let's do
Do a
it.
part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2 incoming.
100%.
North
Look
Node,
at your
South Node.
soul. See what's going
I
on.
best go get my birth certificate out. It's got time on there.
Will you come back on?
I'll
I
be going
I
for an
would even say, if any of you viewers
Yeah.
want to win a soul reading, come up with a competition, share the
Yes.
post, share this live, and I'll do a
Absolutely.
free reading for them.
Absolutely.
Oh, amazing.
This is really
Right.
exciting. So part 2 is incoming. I'm going to find out what time I'm born. Best message my mother in a minute.
Yeah.
But actually, on a serious note, like, I am so eager for that higher power, that higher something, because I feel led by it. The more I heal, I feel led. I'm letting go. Here's to the man in June. He's just going to whisk me off my feet, and we'll be well away.
Do you have any other events coming up? Because you did the Sarah Flynn.
Yeah, that was
You
so
did that
good.
one, the Awaken. That looks so nice. I like the mirror thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I'll be hanging out with my dog in the park.
Maybe. So if anyone wants to go have a little
That's another thing.
workout at
Work
the
out in the
park.
park with me. We could do
Absolutely.
a 4 a.m. 4 p.m.
4 o'clock club.
4 o'clock club workout in the park. We'll
Honestly,
bring your dog.
the collabs are
Bring
coming
your dog.
in left, right, and centre here. Bring your dog. Bring anybody.
I reckon you've definitely got community in your. I'm really curious to know what house your North Node is in. Collaboration, community, coming together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just want to bring the world together.
Mm.
Like, just give me people and let's just make the world a better place.
Yeah.
That feels like that's my North Node.
Yeah.
South Node. Anyway, on that
Amazing.
note, what are your plans for this evening?
I'm actually going to go to the park with my dog.
I love it.
Go for a little workout. I'm going to watch a movie and put the fire on.
Do you know what I love?
Just normal life. I'm like, normal.
Calm.
Normal. We don't need to be rushing
Laura,
around.
what are you up to
No.
tonight?
Not sure yet. I've got an event tomorrow though, but by the time this airs, I will have already gone. So
we're going
I'm
to
sure
talk
the
about
content will be there.
I've got a party
Wild
tonight.
and Wild event.
Yes, Wild and Wild events tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, Manchester.
Congleton.
Congleton. Yeah.
So,
It's a full day thing though. I'm quite looking forward to it.
and she's
It'll be
going on her
okay.
own. I love it. I'm dead
I know.
excited for you. Yeah, so I am
Amazing.
this evening going to a party. I do not drink alcohol outside the house because I'm not safe. So on that note, thank you for coming on.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Part 2 will be incoming, and I'm excited what's going to be said. 100%. I think we're Queen Zara and Queen Sarah incoming. Have a good, what day is it? Saturday.
Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.